I'm Luke Summerhays, and I love Relicanth. Coelacanths are a group of fish considered living fossils, being very similar to their ancient ancestors. Sure, the same could be said of sharks, but the interesting thing about the coelacanth was that it was considered extinct until pretty recently. Known only from the fossil records, and seemingly extinct since the death of the dinosaurs, scientists were pretty shocked when, in 1938, a living specimen was fished up in South Africa. Coelacanths are interesting animals. Their limb-like fins suggest they are closely related to land animals. Members of the order have swam the oceans since 400 million years ago. Their discovery in modern waters was probably the closest we'll ever come in the real world to discovering a Lost World or King Kong-style island of dinosaurs. The story is fascinating, and coelacanths have subsequently become the ultimate goal of fishing in games like Animal Crossing and Monster Hunter. Relicanth is Pokemon's tribute to Coelacanth. A water and rock Pokemon, it has the thick tail and limbs, bony head and hard scales of the real-life fish. It is coloured just like a coelacanth fished up to the surface, but the shiny form has the blue colour of live specimens seen underwater. The secondary rock type is usually associated with fossil Pokemon that are actually revived from fossils. While that isn't the case with Relicanth, the typing still makes sense for such a tough, thick fishy. Pokemon Ultra Sun tells us, "Thought to have gone extinct, Relicanth was given a name that is a variation of the name of the person who discovered it." This is a reference to Marjorie Courtney Latimer, the museum curator who discovered the living coelacanth in 1938, and Latimeria chalumnae, name given to the species. Of course, the actual name Relicanth simply combines coelacanth with relic, as this is a relic of a bygone age. Pokemon Ruby tells us, "Relicanth is a Pokemon species that has existed for 100 million years without ever changing its form. This ancient Pokemon feeds on microscopic organisms with its toothless mouth." While it's true that extant coelacanths are members of an order which has existed for millions of years, and scientists recognized the living fish based on the fossil record, it isn't true to say the creature is unchanged. In reality, there used to be dozens of species of coelacanth, while today there are two, neither of which are actually identical to the ones that swam with mosasaurs or in the primordial seas from which land animals first emerged. They're just closely related, that's all. When Pokemon Ultra Moon said, "The reason it hasn't changed at all in 100 million years is that it's apparently already a perfect life form," that was probably a joke. Relicanth's origins in real-life science are fascinating, and naturally led to some fun anime episodes. Relicanth also has tasty defense stats, like most rock Pokemon, and isn't a bad little Pokemon to use in battle. You can see challenge runners on YouTube finishing games with this fish alone, or using it in gimmicky competitive teams. Pokemon Sapphire summed it up, telling us, "Relicanth is a rare species that was discovered in deep-sea explorations. This Pokemon's body withstands the enormous water pressures of the ocean depths. Its body is covered in tough scales that are like craggy rocks." I was fascinated by dinosaurs and paleontology as a kid. The Pokemon games only ever fed that curiosity more, and I know if I ever go to South Africa, I'll be paying a visit to a very special fish in the East London Museum. Music for Luke Loves Pokemon was composed by Jonathan Cromie. Artwork for the show is by Katie Groves. Writing, producing, and editing is all by me, Luke Summerhays, while funding is provided by my lovely listeners over at patreon.com/podcastiopodcastius, where you can find links to the other shows my friends and I create. I love to hear from listeners with your thoughts and feelings about the Pokemon you love too. Get in touch about the next monsters, Love Disc and Bagon, or with your thoughts, feelings, and observations about any other Pokemon over on Twitter or Facebook at LukeLovesPKMN. And even if you don't feel like doing any of that, thank you so much just for listening. I love Relicanth, and remember, I love you too.